right. We are live now. What's up, everybody? We are live at Lucky Flight Bottle Shop here on Highway 49. Had 63 in my mind for some reason. Highway 49 down here around Stillwater. So they have a wine tasting tonight. It will be a fundraiser for the Auburn ski team. So
That's
what
so
perfect
awesome.
timing. So glad to be here and glad that all of you are tuning us in. We'll start for TV here in just a few minutes. But this is your first time being here at Lucky Flight.
It is. I know. I keep looking around. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to shop after because this place is so cute.
Really, really cool place. So make sure you come out. And again, tonight, they have a wine tasting here that will benefit the Auburn ski team. So make sure you come out and support, and we'll kind of give you some updates on everything. So, yeah, $30. I mean, and it gets a lot. You get a lot for $30.
Wine tasting,
Food,
music,
silent
auction, and raffles. That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. So looking forward to it.
Events every Friday this month.
Yeah, and then, they have happy hour on Wednesdays, and then mimosas and frozen mimosas on Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. till they're sold out. And they're pretty popular, is what we're being told. So I'll just leave it at that. We may have to partake a little bit later on. So, but definitely looking forward to having the show from here. Man, I think you said it best when you came in. Feel like you've already lived for 4 days and half a day already.
Yeah, it's not even noon yet, and I feel like I've already lived 4 days. So
we have had a lot going on. Actually, we just shot a show recorded with Senator Tuberville, and we'll be pushing that out tomorrow.
Yep.
And really enjoyed having him on for about 20 minutes. And so everybody look for that as we push that out tomorrow. But enjoyed him taking some time out of his extremely busy schedule. He's literally coming off the floor of the Senate voting to get to us to do the interview. So
yeah, big thank you to him because that was so awesome and very generous of him to do that for us.
So we're about 3 minutes out from TV, and obviously we'll take your comments if you have any, and anything else that you would like to share. Had football practice this week. It's already started. Pads tomorrow.
Yep, first day.
Yep. So we'll talk some about that and anything else. Just a bunch going on with us. Less than a month now from the kickoff of the game with Baylor, which is crazy. We've been talking about it so much over the last several months after spring practice concluded. But we are now in the month of college football.
Finally
here. And we can talk about something other than the dreaded N word, I word, L word, all of it together. I'm tired of it, sick of
Name,
it. So,
image, likeness.
Yep. And Coach Tuberville had a lot to add to that.
I was going to say we're probably actually going to talk about it a decent amount today just after we spoke with him.
Yeah.
I would assume.
We won't give it all away. We'll just kind of give a little bit of insight on how that interview went. Yep. But so yeah, busy Friday for us.
Yeah, but that's
I don't think that would we have it any other way.
Probably not.
So. I don't think so.
On the Front Row with Faith with Hezekiah Harris is coming out today.
What time?
At 2.
2 o'clock. Big time Auburn. Commit. Big time.
For a year and a half now. Over a year and a half.
Over a year, yeah. It's he's hung in there with Auburn through everything, and seems to be pretty firm. And Auburn just needs to make sure they win some football games this year to kind of keep that commitment along with everybody else's, and maybe flip a few if they need to flip. So
I hope so. He said he's talking to a bunch of people, so you'll just have to go listen to it.
That's right. All right. It's 30 seconds and we'll be ready to roll.
got pin on my nails.
How'd that happen?
Probably when I was writing.
Okay.
It'll come off. Here my
I
nails.
was going to say, oh, yeah. They look
Here
good.
my toes.
Let me take a picture now.
Don't do that.
All right, 10 seconds. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Auburn Blitz here on this Friday. Brett and Faith on location at Lucky Flight Bottle Shop here in Dadeville, Alabama, just up from Stillwater's. First time being in here to do the show, and Faith, you love this place already.
It's beautiful. Right when I walked in, I was like, this place is amazing. It is so pretty and so decorative. I said I'm gonna have to go shopping after because
Well, of course.
I mean there's so many cute things in here.
Lots of really cool things, and obviously perfect timing for us to have our show. They have a fundraiser tonight, a wine tasting fundraiser for the Auburn ski team.
Water ski team.
That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
I actually know one of the guys on the water ski team. I know you're shocked by that.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, he's from Alex City, and he is really, really good. And so come out and support the Auburn ski team by purchasing a $30 wine tasting ticket, and you get all kind of stuff with that ticket.
Yeah, it's from 7:30 or 5:30 to 7:30. They've got wine tasting, food, music, silent auction, and raffle. And it's only $30 for your ticket. So $30 for all of that is a great price.
Sounds like a pretty cool date night out there for some people to get out, come out and check out. I think they're going to have 6 wines that they're going to have available for tasting. Plus, right here behind us, I know you can kind of see it, the wine machine. You can buy a card at the desk, and you can go around and you can go and select. You can push the buttons at the top, and it'll give you the amount in your glass that you desire, I guess.
Technology is crazy.
It is wild. You need to come check this place out.
Absolutely.
Again, they have some really, really cool specials. We'll talk about those throughout the show, but we are glad to be here today at Lucky Flight. Faith, football practice has started for Auburn, and so obviously that's going to dominate everything we talk about for the next several weeks leading up to the kickoff of Auburn Baylor, which we're less than a month away from now, which is crazy.
We're finally in the same month as the first game day, and I'm so excited. I feel like it's going to be so hot is what I keep thinking.
Oh, God. I was at football practice for Benjamin Russell yesterday, and literally, I don't know that it could have gotten any hotter. I mean, like the sun was beating down so bad, but and it's even closer to them starting. I mean, we're less than 20. I mean, we're really about 20 days away from high school football kicking off here in this state, which is unbelievable. And so college will follow right after that. But yeah, we're excited. This is what we all live for here in the South, and especially on our shows. And, we've been saying Auburn needs to get on the field, and Auburn needs this season to really get started. And nobody needs it to start more than Auburn. And it was cool to be at practice the other day and kind of get a media window into what they're doing. The team looked great. I thought physically, we talked about it on the podcast this morning, from off the hoof, early analysis, the team looks the part, don't they?
They really do. And I mean, it's good to see that finally the physical aspect is there, as well as, just their mentality. Their mentality hasn't changed. And I think it was special when Keldrick Falk said at media days that, with the pressure on coach, it means pressure on them, and they want to prove everybody wrong. And that mentality is going to be the winning mentality.
I saw a list come out. I mean, I don't know exactly who it was, but saw a list come out on coaches on the hot seat, and Hugh Freeze was 3 on that seat on that list, and then Billy Napier number 1.
Right.
So it just, again, it's not a secret. Everybody knows there's pressure, but that's part of it. And Coach Freeze talked about that, Faith. He said, "Look, I want to be at a place where there are high expectations and there's pressure," and so they embrace that. We do want to talk about our partners here. We couldn't do the show without them. Russell Dewitt Center and Building Supply Stores, J. Smith Construction and Excavation.
In Sensagreen, for air that's cool and clean, call in Sensagreen.
It's nice and cool here in Lucky
It
Flight.
is. It feels great in here.
Appreciate our partners. They've been with us for a long time, and we couldn't do the show without them. And appreciate Eric McKinley for always setting us up somewhere new. We haven't been to the same place twice, which is crazy. Whether it be Prime Steakhouse or over at the salon, which is literally right next door, where you got a complete makeover with your hair. And then, is that the right term? You don't really do a makeover.
It's more of a hair refresh.
Okay,
I would like to say it was.
I knew I'd screw that up.
That's okay.
So, and then the grocery store, which is really cool down there. This area needed that tremendously. And then, of course, Stillwater's golf course.
And when Riley Green was here, we were
Backyard Dreams.
Yeah,
that was really, really cool too. So that seemed like yesterday that he was here.
Well, it's crazy. We were talking to them about the whole Riley Green, day when everybody was here, and they said they were doing frozen mimosas.
How good does that sound?
Oh,
right, especially since it's 100 degrees
Yeah.
outside. So they did so many they didn't get a chance to even get out here to meet him. So
Right.
they were, I think, almost 200 frozen mimosas, and they ran out. So but anyway, come check out Lucky Flight. They would love to have you tonight for the wine tasting that benefits the Auburn ski team. We'll talk some more about their stuff here in just a little bit. Going back to initial first impressions of the team we talked about this morning on the podcast, I really wanted to see our running backs, and not to say the same thing over that I said this morning, but I was really impressed with Darrell Robinson. Really don't know what I had formulated in my mind that he looked like, but it was different when I saw him in person.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a little bit more lengthy guy than I thought. I thought he was going to be a shorter, more compact guy. That's not what he is. And we were able to see him kind of break away on a play and get downfield. Very impressed with the speed, what he was able to do there. So I really, really like his look. And, that transfer in to go with Damari Alston and Jeremiah Cobb really makes that running back room pretty complete.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of versatility on this running back core that we have, and just the way that they look, and their game and what they have their strengths in. So I think it's a very versatile group of guys.
I'll ask you this question. Let's just throw this out there. Do we have any of those guys rush for over 1,000 yards this year in the backfield?
If there's somebody, I think it's going to be Damari Alston.
Because of the amount of carries he's going to get.
Mm-hmm. I think he will definitely probably have the most carries.
I really think a sleeper, and it's not really a sleeper, but I mean, Jeremiah Cobb, man.
I think so too. We didn't get to see much of him yesterday, but
a finger, it's a small finger issue. They just wanted to be a little precautious there.
Yeah, don't want to do anything more until the season, starts, and don't want to risk him being out. But I think, he's definitely slept on it. We talked about his body and weight transformation too, just from last year.
Yeah, he totally different. We saw him actually at the spring football game, and Benjamin Russell came up, and Kurt Johnson was his coach in high school, so he came up to be with him, and just impressive. You could tell he's been in the weight room and really getting after it there. But the overall look of the team physically, from offensive line, defensive line, there's another position group we'll talk about here in just a minute. All looked the part. I didn't go around the field, I don't think you did either, and see a single group where we went, that's going to be a problem for our team. I really didn't.
I didn't either. I don't think we even remotely said anything like that. It was, if anything, it was, all right, wow, this group is transformed from last time we saw them or last year.
And just again, you should be well put together if you're a top-notch program, but I just was impressed with how organized and how well everything ran, in the initial part of practice. Of course, we only were there an hour, but which was a lot longer than I think any of us thought we were going to get to stay. But just moving from station to station and period to period and knowing where you needed to be and, jumping right into the drills. And it seemed like there was zero wasted time very efficiently run. So that was good to see from an organizational standpoint. And I think that's a big point because you got a lot of new guys out there that are new to this program that didn't go through spring. This is their first time being out there competing and participating. So I didn't really see anybody wandering around like they were lost.
No, I don't think anybody was wandering around at all.
Maybe us in the media, but that was about it. So
I mean, it wasn't hard to kind of see what. That's, I think, one of the big things is that you can see each group very visibly now more than you could before. Like the groups stand out a lot more.
They do.
Does that make sense?
No, it absolutely does. And, it gives us an opportunity to kind of get around and kind of focus on certain position groups.
Right. It looks like they're doing what they need to be
doing
versus just kind of seeing them, either half do it or lollygag.
It was to the point. It was so well organized that when somebody screwed up, they didn't wait for their coach to tell them to go run or do push-ups. They just immediately hit the ground and did them. They okay, I screwed up. I need to go do these push-ups. And so yeah, I think that says a lot about what Coach Free said that morning in the press conference. That he loves the chemistry, he loves the vibe, he loves the the camaraderie of the players, and that they push themselves. They don't wait to be told to do something, and that's a big deal. So, all right, we are up against the first break here on our show. Again, we are on location at Lucky Flight Bottle Company here in Dayton, which is right up from Stillwater's. As you can see behind me, there is a ton of selections for you as far as wine, and I'm looking at a whole nother wall across from the state that's as full, if not more full. And then, of course, they're going to have a fundraiser tonight for the Auburn ski team that starts at 5:30, and it's $30 for a ticket, and the proceeds go to the Auburn ski team. And they're going to have about 6 selections for you to choose from there, plus all the other stuff that you can pick from. They'll have food for you. They'll have a silent auction, all kind of different stuff. So make sure you come out if you are able to and get down this way. I know the Auburn swim team would definitely appreciate that. And I know the people here at Lucky Flight, Annie and all her crew, would love it as well. So we're going to take our first break on the show. Stay tuned. We have a lot more coming up here on the Auburn Blitz right after this. Yeah, Vegas had AU total regular season wins 7.5. I don't see 8 wins on the season. You guys, I actually do, Steve, and I'll kind of dive into that. I think me and Faith both about a month ago went through and made our predictions, and we both had Auburn going 8-4, didn't we?
I think you said 9-3.
I said the possibility of a 9-3, but I had settled around 8-4.
Yeah, 8-4.
I definitely think I'm going to be honest with you, Steve. If we're not in the 8 wins category, I don't know. I mean, I'm a little concerned at that point.
One of our silent auction
nice.
Oh my
yes.
For you guys.
Yes.
There we go.
On your chip.
So Bruce Pearl signed basketball,
Final Four ball.
2025 Final Four. So there you go. Silent auction item here tonight. You need to come out. I mean, not everybody gets a chance to get this. And so
have it in a glass case.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm touching the leather portion of the ball here. I don't want to get my hands on the other, but what a nice item. That plus a lot more, right?
Yes.
So
we've got a Louis Vuitton passport, a Yeti cooler, a lot of the local shops in Auburn, like Ellie's, and their boutique have donated gift cards. Byron's Barbecues donated gift cards. Lucy's has donated a $100 gift card.
Wow.
So it's
a lot of stuff.
And somebody just donated 4 tires worth $1,000. I don't know.
Hey, that's a big deal.
Tires in the wash.
That's a big deal, though.
I'm like, I need new tires.
I mean,
I'm going to be coming over here.
She's about to start bidding right now. So.
Literally.
I mean, that's awesome. So as you hear us talking about the silent auction along with the wine tasting that'll go on, I think, 6 selections up there?
Some Orange Swift. It's a really nice high-end bottle. His Papillon and his Slander is an excellent Pinot Noir. And we've got blindfold as well that kind of comes from the Prisoner family that everyone loves Prisoner. And I got to think off the top of my head what the other two are, but some really nice selections.
That sounds
Higher-end
awesome.
offers, yeah.
It's
Not
awesome.
for $30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this place is getting wrapped up. We got people coming in
Yeah.
right now. People already in here. That's great. So we'll showcase that again and maybe some other stuff throughout the show. That's a pretty nice item right there.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, he had a night last night. We'll be coming back for TV here in just a second. That's old. These chairs pretty nice too, aren't they?
They're comfortable.
Kind of got a little give when you sit down. A little spring action.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
You didn't have any? See? See it? You don't weigh enough. You don't weigh enough.
I dressed my. Oh no, it's black. Hey, nice Auburn Nike polo.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. How to get in the game, right?
Yeah.
Have to be official now. Do the part.
Like that over there is so cute.
It is. I mean, can't you just? I mean, what a cool place to come hang out and just. All right, so we got 30. Little cool vibe music going on there too. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. 45 minutes left in our show today. Brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation.
In Cincy Green for air that's full and clean, call in Cincy Green.
You know, one of the great things about coming on location is we go somewhere different almost every week. And,
Right.
you know, this is the first time for us to be at Lucky Flight Bottle Company. This place is wrapped up.
Oh my gosh, it's so busy right now.
And we're right here in the middle. I feel like we're literally right in the middle of the shop, and we got people walking around us and all, but we wouldn't have it any other way. And they have a cool event to benefit the Auburn ski team tonight, a wine tasting at 5:30, and $30 is you get to sample at, like Andy said, like 6 really high quality level. Yes. So, and then
Along with the food, music, silent auction, raffle. We just saw one of the silent auction items, and it was a signed Bruce Pearl basketball from the Final Four.
absolutely, what a
So-
cool item that is.
Oh my gosh. And there's a bunch of different gift cards. One of our partners actually, Byron's, has a gift card that's going to be in there. And
Of
so,
course.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be awesome.
Tud's always so giving. Right?
Always.
Want to support. I'll tell you what everybody out there would love is to come and check out their frozen mimosas on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to when they're gone. All I can tell you is you better get here at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, you better.
From here, what I'm hearing is they don't hang around very long. So come check that out. But just a cool place to be. Hey, what about KLS last night
Mhm.
for the Chargers? I just saw where he graded highest in the Hall of Fame game last night. But it's just so good to see Keandre Lambert-Smith. He actually graded a 90 according to PFF, which was the highest grade of anybody in the game. Like, nobody's shocked by that.
No, it's such a bummer we only had him for 1 year.
No kid.
I think, he brought a lot of experience to our team, and that's something that we've continued to talk about is just how young of a team we are. And he really brought just such a different side out of that freshman wide receiving core because they were so young and
Right.
new, and he'd been in the game for, a couple of years, and him coming and really showing them the ropes.
You know how talented that receiver room is, and all the hype leading into the Freeze 4 coming into last year. And then you pick up probably the best player in the portal last year in KLS. Auburn goes out and does the same thing this year and gets Eric Singleton. But you just said it. And so many of the freshmen last year, which are now sophomores, Malcolm, Cam, Bryce, Perry, all talked about what KLS meant to them and what they were able to do learning under such a, very good veteran player and helping them progress through the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you see how much growth that even he had just being at Auburn one year and helping out with those guys and hearing about how much these guys benefited from having him there. And so, I mean, it's awesome to see him doing well, even though, he was only a Tiger for just 1 year, but I still think he's such a big part of Auburn.
Are you surprised he left Penn State? He was their leading receiver on a team that, obviously made the playoffs last year.
He's better than us.
Well, yeah. And so it wasn't a matter of, hey, I'm not getting production. I'm not doing the things I need to do. I'm on a crappy team. That was an odd transfer portal move.
So I actually got to interview him twice, and I asked him, I was like, what was it that sold you on Auburn? Why did you come to Auburn? And, he kind of just said that a lot of the coaching staff and also just the recruiting that they did in the chemistry and atmosphere of Auburn is what stood out to him the most and made it feel like a home for him. And so he was a very nice kid who has, it's only good things that come out of his mouth.
Very positive oriented. And again, that's a testament to the culture at Auburn right now. I know that the wins on the field haven't come at the rate any of us want, but we didn't see a mass exodus. We didn't see a mass exodus leave after a terrible year last year. We saw guys hang around and say, we believe in what's going on down here. We see what this coaching staff's building, and we want to be part of it. And because Auburn, again, we did the blue chip index the other day, Faith, and Auburn was on that blue chip index last year. That to make that list, you have to have 50% of your roster or more either be a 4 or 5 star player. And going back to whenever they've been keeping up with star rankings and recruiting, every national champion has been on that list. Mm-hmm. So being on the list doesn't mean you're going to win a national championship, but if you're not on the list, you've never won one. So with that being said, Auburn's had and maybe building that roster to a crescendo this year where they finally feel like they can go out there. I know Steve just commented a minute ago saying Vegas has Auburn's win total at 7.5. He said he doesn't see 8 wins. You and I do. Maybe we've got orange and blue glasses on. Maybe we're being optimistic. I just don't think it's that way. I think the schedule is very favorable. And I think with this roster, Auburn should win 8 games, Faith, if not more, if things are going right.
If we're losing more than 8, or if we're losing more than 4 games, who are we losing to?
Yeah, it would have to be the 4 best teams on the schedule are obviously Alabama, Georgia, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma. And again, it's not a slight on anybody else. But Auburn, I know they're a 1.5-point underdog now to Baylor, but still, they were a favorite. That probably flipped because you see what Sawyer Robertson is and some of the guys over there, and Auburn struggles over the last couple of years. Maybe the money's just shifted. But Auburn's roster's better, I think, top to bottom than Baylor. It's better or equal to everybody else and the home outside of those other 4 I just mentioned. So if you're losing, like you said, more than 4 games, you're losing somebody you probably aren't supposed to be losing to.
That's exactly my point. And you know what else that we've said is that if Auburn loses to Baylor starting out that first
not going to set a good tone.
It's going to be really hard to come back from that.
Well, your path to 8 at that point becomes more difficult.
Right.
That doesn't mean now you can't cancel it out with an upset maybe of Georgia at home. And I've got something that's I've kept it from you. And I knew it would disgust you, but it's reality, and you didn't really sink in. I'm going to save it till the next segment because it really is disgusting if you're an Auburn fan to see how far some of these rivalries have gotten away from our football team. But I think the only way you face it and get better is to face it head on and admit it. And so we'll talk about that when we come back. We are on location at Lucky Flight Bottle Company here in Dadeville, Alabama. Fundraiser going on tonight for the Auburn ski team. Make sure you come out. We'll talk more about that as well when we come back. Stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
What took you so long to read?
Well, that's because it's old, because I've already read it. That's an old.
This right here at
Yeah.
12:21.
Yeah, because he just responded to that.
I said this.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just reading. I was just making sure I didn't see something that was
I
old.
was just saying.
Oh, yeah.
that
Because I told him on the phone, too.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Yeah, I'd already talked to him about that. And I'd asked him, remember?
Okay, stop.
Well, yeah, excuse me from this morning.
My
Like,
bad.
This is the true picture right here.
Try to help him out because if I don't
help me out.
because if I don't do it, then people show up to the studio thinking that they're gonna go and film the show, but we're going on location.
Who's showing up in the studio?
I'm saying when Andy and Jen.
Oh, you're gonna rub that in my face too. Okay.
Well, that's why I showed it to you. No, he's not. Sorry, that was kind of aggressive, but no, he's not starting.
Her animosity's aimed at me, Steve, not you. So
Just trying to be nice. It's not appreciated. Forgive
would you
me.
look? Well, let's go
Forgive
back
me.
to me saying something about an email this morning. You went, I know, already you sent me the thing. I'm like, well, I was just trying to send you the email so you could have that too.
Ooh, you sent me the link to it.
I did, but she had verbiage in the email that I wanted you to see, but then you said, and so I said, well, just won't send it. So
Okay. I want to go over there and look at the either charcuterie boards or.
they're pretty cool.
They're so cute. I don't think
If we couldn't give each other heck, it wouldn't be any fun. Now, would it?
I don't think I would ever need or ever do a charcuterie board, but like I want one.
You want one just to have it?
I think so.
So people think you might do a charcuterie board?
Oh, if anyone's coming over to my house, they know I don't do charcuterie boards. What would I put on there? The buffalo, pretzel crisps.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, there you go. Hey, that's not
Some
a bad
shredded
idea.
cheese.
Walker White.
I just said that.
I'm about to add something to that. Walker White. I mean, I don't really know where all the hype about him starting behind a guy that's coming. I mean, why did that ever have legs to begin with?
Ooh.
Like, who really thought he was going to roll in and beat out Sawyer Robertson, who had an unreal year last year? Kurt. I'll tell you later.
Halfway through our program.
That's right. You know what that means, don't you?
Mhm. You didn't answer Justin today on how to get a hat.
He knows he can get a hat. I mean, he knows he can get a hat. What?
I'm just wondering why.
Oh, I'll explain. I'm thoroughly against doing it, but oh well. 30 seconds. I think we're I'll tell you. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Halfway through our program here. We're on location today at Lucky Flight Bottle Company, but halfway through our program means it's time for
Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. I told y'all my parents are coming into town, so they had to stop by Pepper Tree, which means I'm going to be eating good this weekend.
No doubt.
I mean, come on. I'm so excited.
Usually every time parents are coming into town is immediately followed by Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine and great
a
food.
big
So
smile on their face,
that's
too.
a big smile on your face.
I mean, always. Come
So
on.
anyway, go to Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, located there in Auburn, Alabama, and in Montgomery. Unbelievable food, unbelievable atmosphere, all the stuff. Don't take our word for it. We were supposed to be there yesterday, but Kathy's husband a little under the weather, so they had to. Yeah, we're gonna make that up before the season gets started. So don't know exactly when that'll be yet, but we'll be there. So go check out Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine in Montgomery and in Auburn. Okay, moving into what I was going to talk to you about before we went to break. Do you know how many times Auburn has beaten Georgia since 2006?
No.
3 times.
Oh, man.
Like, it is ridiculous how far away. So Georgia has beaten
That
Auburn
actually just gave me
17 times. They've beaten us since
okay.
2006 in 20 years. In 20 years, they have run away, and they only lead the series by 9. Though that just tells you that we've allowed that rivalry to get away. The Alabama one hasn't gotten that far, not to that level away, but that has been, and we haven't beaten them since 17, and we split with them that year. We beat them at home, and then we lost to them in the SEC championship game, but they've won ever since, and we had some close games. We've had some really, really close games in there that we haven't been able to figure out a way to win.
But being close literally does not put a number on our record.
No,
for
it doesn't matter.
It just doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if it was close. It doesn't matter if it was a blowout. If we lost, we lost. And it sounds like we did a lot of that.
A lot of it. Only 3 wins for Auburn since 2006. So for Steve, while we were away on break, Steve said, is Walker White going to start at quarterback for Baylor? And the answer is no. Sawyer Robertson is going to be returning as a redshirt senior. Had a tremendous season last year for Baylor. You and I went through their depth chart a little bit at the end of the podcast this morning. They only have one addition on offense, and that's Kobe Prentice from Alabama at wide receiver, and his backup's a returning starter. So they really don't have any newbies over there on offense. Now, on defense, they needed the help. So they went out and got, what did we say, 7 transfers out of the portal?
I think something like that, and 4 of them being starters.
So some significant, differences on the defensive side. Of course, they were one of the worst defensive teams in the country last year, and even though they went on a streak toward the end, they still were giving up a lot of points. So,
well, we weren't even able to score points last year, so
right,
it wouldn't have even mattered, what happened.
No,
but this is a new year, and so we can't even think about that.
It is a new year, so I'm thinking that when you look at a team like Baylor opening up with them on the road at their place, they know the importance of the opening game for them as well, and what that looks like for the rest of their season, being a home game, being a team that is a favorite to win the Big 12 this year. Mm-hmm. It's not a conference game for either team, but it's a momentum game for both teams, and both have a lot riding on it. Again, I remember in 1997 when Auburn went to Virginia and beat Virginia on the road. It propelled Auburn to an SEC championship game against Tennessee. In the flip side, in 1998, Virginia came to Auburn, and we couldn't score any points, and we lost that game. And it really set the tone for the rest of the season. Auburn only won 3 games that year. Ended up firing Terry Bowden, and Bill Oliver had to finish the season. So I'm not saying every season ends that way when you lose the opener. And I'm not saying you go on to play for a championship when you win your opener, but there is a lot of correlation to how the season goes if you can get that first win under your belt.
Yeah, the momentum just would be shot, I feel like, once you have that first loss, especially with it being on a Friday night and it being the first game of the season, an away game that against a team that you don't see often ever. And again, you've got Walker White on that team, a former Auburn player, makes it a little bit more personal.
Definitely does. So I know there's a lot of hype around that and talk, but really that's really what it is. I don't think. I mean, will he have a package in that game? I don't know that he will. I don't know that we'll see him at all in that game. I don't.
You would think you would with how much he's been talking about it.
You're right, but we'll kind of monitor them as well over the next few weeks, and what their fall camp looks like as well, with it being Auburn's first opponent. One thing that I thought would be cool for you and I to do over the next few weeks is not just focus completely on Baylor, but to do a preview of every team leading up to the season start. So go through and do a preview of each one of our opponents and just kind of give a little bit of background on them and kind of what we see as far as our matchups, some key matchups that they have versus some of the ones that we'll have, and some things to look for in those games when they come around. So that might be something we do over the next few weeks as well.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun, but also, things change just
Right.
as quick as an injury or something like that. So previewing them doesn't mean that.
Oh, no, yeah, it can change,
Yeah,
but it'll be
but just something fun.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, all right, we're up against another break here on the show. We're at Lucky Flight Bottle Company here in Davil, Alabama, just up from Stillwater. So come check them out. 5:30 tonight. They have a wine tasting fundraiser for the Auburn ski team.
So cool. I mean, you're so close to Lake Martin, and you've got the water ski team coming from
It's pretty
Auburn.
cool.
It's going to be awesome. It's from 5:30 to 7:30. It's a $30 ticket, which includes wine tasting, food, music, and a silent auction. And again, we heard some of the silent auction. We got the basketball signed by Bruce Pearl from the Final Four, a Yeti cooler, a bunch of
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and high-end wine that you're going to be tasting for just $30.
What else are you going to do tonight on a Friday night? So come out to Lucky Fly Bottle Company and have a great, great evening. All right, up against another break here on the show. A couple more segments coming up right after this.
Okay, guys. I know you don't have a lot of room.
Wow.
But it's
Oh, my
lunchtime.
Would you look at this?
And you
Oh, my God.
and so we mentioned our Riley Green.
Oh,
Lord,
my
Slushies here.
goodness.
Would you look at that?
This is crazy.
How unreal does this thing
Isn't
look?
that beautiful?
That looks
Wow.
so good.
Well, I mean, we got to try it.
It
I
is.
mean,
It's like you said, it's 100 degrees outside. Everybody was just rushing in. Like,
That is unbelievable.
like I want one of those.
What in the world?
oh my gosh.
That is like one of the best tasting things I think I've ever had.
That's
If
like
that
the
is not
perfect,
summer,
like-
In a, summer in a glass.
good Lord, that's unbelievable.
We had. I wish
That's
I-
going to have to be a pacing thing right there. So,
We had one for kids too. We had candy all around it and all that. The parents
Oh.
just looked
that
at
is phenomenal.
That's
I guess
so
so.
cute, though.
So you guys are doing that tomorrow.
Yes, we do them every Saturday.
Gosh.
And we'll have some tonight. We got some requested by some of the people coming.
Well, I don't blame them. I know why
kidding.
now.
Thank you.
That is so good right there.
Mhm.
And that's like,
Yeah.
you point stuff out, y'all.
Well, I was like, ah.
All right, a couple more segments here.
Oh, yes. I was unusual. Like on this side.
Lucky Flight Bottle Shop here. We're on location. Man, what a cool place. And boy, she just put a little pimento cheese and crackers out there, and our slushy she just brought us,
Mm-hmm.
frozen mimosa.
Yep.
What says summertime more than that?
Nothing.
So come check them out here on Highway 49, headed towards Stillwaters when you're coming out of Dadeville. 5:30 tonight, they have their fundraiser with the Auburn ski team, and $30 tickets get you a lot of wine tasting, a lot of food, a lot of other cool stuff. Silent auction, we had the Bruce Pearl autographed basketball from the Final Four up here will be one of the items. We had that up here just a minute ago. So a lot of other cool things you can come in and bid on as well. So got 10 seconds. We'll be back for TV. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Couple segments left in the show today. Brought to you by Russell Dewitt Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and
Cincy Green for air that's cool and clean. Call them Cincy Green.
And it is very cool here in the Lucky Flight Bottle Shop.
It
and
is.
We're glad to be here on location today. And again, it's been very busy. A lot of traffic in and out of here.
Right.
A lot of people shopping, and I can see why. You're probably going to join that group here in a little bit.
I am. Once we get off, I'm going to start looking around because everything in here is so cute.
It is really awesome.
Obsessed.
And the wine machines behind us, you've been here before, and you can go up to the counter and get a card, scan it, and then you go and you scan that card back here, and you get to press. There's 3 selection buttons up there, and the quantity that you want in your cup per wine. So
Super cool.
Technology.
I was going to say super advanced.
didn't know wine tasting could get so technologically advanced,
I
right?
didn't either.
So
but super cool.
it is really, really cool. So come check them out. Really, really cool selection of wine here at Lucky Flight Bottle Company. All right, going back and talking about why these rivalries have gotten away, because if you look at the approach Auburn fans have now, when you go into the Georgia game and Alabama game, it's a different mentality because it's just because of how we've played in that game or those games over the last 15 years. And it really has.
What do you mean, like going in dreading it? Or
Yeah, I think going in, I grew up, and this is never expecting to lose to Alabama or Georgia. It's like you may be the favorite one year, or Alabama may be the favorite, or Georgia, but it wasn't by much. And you knew what the game was going to be. And I remember back in the day where Auburn always used to win in Athens and Georgia always used to win in Auburn. It was kind of weird, but it's the way it kind of played its way out. But there was a very small amount of points that even separated Auburn, Georgia over the course of 100+ years of playing that game. And now you've allowed it to go just in the last 20 years. Georgia's won 17 times, which is sickening to even say. And then Alabama, even with the greatest coach, I think maybe ever over there, Auburn held its own comparable to other teams against Nick Saban. I mean, there's a lot of teams in the SEC never beat Nick Saban one time. And Auburn, I think, beat him 4 or 5 times and had a chance to beat him 3 or 4 more times. We're really right there in the game. And so even the Alabama, as elite as they've been, that rivalry didn't get away from Auburn like the Georgia one. I don't have an explanation. I really don't.
I don't think I do either, obviously. It stinks having to go in, continuing to either expect a loss or, oh, this is the year. Oh, this is going to be the time.
It sucks that you go in as an Auburn fan and the mentality is that you automatically go, well, what's your record going to be? Well, we can be 9-3. What 3 losses are you counting? You're automatically saying, well, Alabama and Georgia are in that because they have been a better team, a better roster. Now, that doesn't mean Auburn hasn't slipped up and won. Again, 2017, Auburn had a really good football team, and they put it on Georgia in Auburn. Of course, they had to turn around a couple of weeks later and play in the SEC championship game with a half-hobbled Kerryon Johnson, and it made a difference. You know, that game was a 1-touchdown game going into the fourth quarter, and then it kind of got away from Auburn there. But the Alabama rivalry's been a lot closer. It really has. So I don't have an explanation. It doesn't make sense on the Georgia side.
Especially with not every single year, but recent-ish years, the Georgia game getting pretty close and Auburn holding its own. And like I said earlier, it doesn't matter if it's a close game or not because a loss is a loss.
Right.
And
we're not playing horseshoes.
Right. And so I'm hoping that, at some point, Auburn will be able to turn it back around.
It needs to be this year.
Expecting to at least have a good matchup and a good game.
I mean, it is time. It is way past time. And I do think this is the best team Auburn's had since 2017. I know Jason came on and said, maybe the 2019 was comparable too, but the 2017 team was the best opportunity because of a roster. And you go back and look at who was on that team, you're like, man, it's elite players. Carlton Davis, Derek Brown. You look down there and you go, man, this team was elite. Auburn's got a potential to do that again this year with the players that they have. So I do feel like with the game being at home, it's going to be at night. It's going to be a great atmosphere. If Auburn can't get that win this year, I don't really know what else.
What's funny is the other day at practice, Jeff Shear came up to me and we were talking about this upcoming season. And I'm sure everybody here knows who Jeff Shear is. He's been covering Auburn football for forever. And he said, hopefully this is going to be a better year. It's every year that you've been at Auburn, Auburn's had a pretty bad team.
So you got pinning that on you?
Well, okay, he didn't. Okay,
know,
he definitely did not use the word Auburn had a bad team. He said something more,
maybe struggled a little bit.
Yes, Auburn has struggled a lot since you've been at Auburn. And I said, I know. Am I the curse? Am I what happened to Auburn football? And
let's see if we can reverse that this year.
I'm really hoping, Brett, because I feel like if
you're starting to feel a little bit of pressure, aren't you?
If we start winning this year, I'm going to say, oh my gosh, it was me. I was the one. It's because I was in school.
You just needed to get employed full time.
How many people do you think are saying that?
A lot of people. Hey, but on the flip side, you've had some pretty damn good basketball seasons. So
what? Now are we going to be bad at basketball?
No, let's hope not. We're not going to be bad at basketball. There's no way that team's going to be bad at basketball.
No.
Not with the players that Bruce got. All right, up against our final break here for TV. Everybody stay tuned. One final segment right after this.
You want me to hand you the pimento cheese?
I'm going to wait till we're done because I don't want to get that. But it's awesome looking. All I'm telling you. Isn't that funny though?
Lane just sent me this. So she put this on her private story the other day of like all my zip ties like that.
Right.
And he goes, that reminds me of something.
The Cheeto.
Yeah. That is the funniest thing.
You're gonna
I've
have
ever
to send
seen.
me her number.
Oh yeah.
I got to send her a message.
Guys, happy birthday to my roommate Lane. I love her so much.
I was gonna say, are you not gonna shout
I
out Lane
am.
on the show?
Guys, it's her birthday. She's my best friend. And it's her birthday. She's turning 22. Everybody wish Lane a happy birthday right now.
No doubt, right now.
She's so awesome and cool.
She's the super fan.
She's the super fan. You guys actually met her when we were here with
Right.
Olive Green. I made her hop on for a little bit. She's so cool, funny.
She is funny.
We've lived together
you
for
two,
4
you
years.
two together are something else.
Thank you. It's my other half of my personality when she's here.
Thought somebody took your car. I looked out there. I was like, somebody just
Yeah.
drove off in your car.
So everybody wish her a happy birthday right now. Somebody comment and say, happy birthday, Lane.
You have to. Somebody's got to do it.
I'm going to freak out. I'm going to be so mad.
Everybody's sitting there saying, happy birthday, Lane.
They're like, who? Everybody now. No. She's going to know it's you when you say super fan.
I'm just, you would think I need to put my name in
No, just say super fan.
I do. That's great. Somebody did. Steve said it.
Yay, Steve! Thanks, Steve.
Steve came through for you.
I told you she would know. Oh. You're not going to be able to see it
What?
because you're on Do Not Disturb. You have to go to view text messages.
Thanks, Mom.
He said it.
Do what? Dude,
I just saw him type. He's probably going to say that we're already live.
we're not, dude. There's another one. Jeremy said it.
Yes, thank you. Everybody, feel free to say happy birthday to Lane. That makes me so happy. It's her birthday. Here we go.
All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz final segment here on our show, brought to you by Russell Do It Center Building Supply Stores with 9 locations in Central Alabama for all your home building supply needs. Go check them out. J. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big or too small. Residential and commercial, they can handle it all. All your site prep work, they can come out and make sure that's done correctly. And
Sensagreen for air that's cool and clean. Call in Sensagreen. They'll save you thousands of dollars on the installation of a carrier unit.
And now that we're back on TV, you'd like to send a special
Happy birthday to my roommate and best friend Lane.
How about that? So,
She's the best.
and we got some people, they answered your call there.
Wishing her a happy
Wishing
birthday.
you a happy birthday there on our feed. So, happy birthday to Lane. She is the super fan to me. So, she'll always be the super fan. So, little inside joke. But anyway, hope she has the,
Best day ever. Can't wait to celebrate her tonight.
how about that? So,
Might look and find something here maybe for her.
how about that?
Who knows?
Could definitely be a good place to get something nice for somebody for their birthday.
Mhm.
All right, final segment here on the show. We do want to say a special thank you to Lucky Flight Bottle Company here in Dayville, just up from Stillwaters. I'm going to let you just tell everybody about all the great things that they do here at Lucky Flight, and they've got a fundraiser going on tonight.
Yes, a fundraiser is happening tonight for the Auburn water ski team. It's from 5:30 to 7:30. They've got $30 tickets for wine tasting, food, music, silent auction, and raffle tickets. That's a great price. They've got some expensive bottles of wine that y'all will be able to try. They've also got events every Friday this month. So they've got wine tastings from 5 to 7. They've got music, food truck Friday, the very last Friday of the month. And they've got happy hours on Wednesday from 4 to 6. And then mimosas and frozen mimosas
Good Lord.
Saturday from 11 until they sell out. And they go pretty quick. So you got to
Look
get
how
here at
good
about
they
11.
look. I mean,
So, like,
look how good they look.
oh,
Oh, my gosh.
so
And they're even better than they look, I can tell you that.
yeah.
So we only have a couple more minutes here for TV. Again, we want to tell everybody, go subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. We would greatly appreciate that, and make sure you hit the like button every time you go on there for our videos. You're on the front row with Faith. The next episode comes out here in just a minute, in about an hour. Yeah. Hezekiah Harris from Mae Jemison. Great kid. Thought the interview was great. Go check that
His
out.
brother's walking on too at Auburn.
Right.
So I got to talk to him a little bit about that too.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And y'all kind of went back and forth on getting to play with your brother and, the competitiveness of that and all that kind of stuff. So, hey, Auburn will be in pads tomorrow. We won't be able to go. We don't have a media availability there, but we'll get the schedule for next week. I'm sure we'll have a couple of days that they'll let us go to practice, and we'll try to see how all that works out. But anyway, fall camp has started. That's the most important thing. And, it's exciting that football season's back. And again, our podcast each and every day, Monday through Fridays. We will have a special edition coming out tomorrow with Senator Tommy Tuberville that Faith and I just did about an hour and a half ago before we came to Lucky Flight, and about 20 minutes long. So it's really, really good. Talked about NIL, talked about Title IX, and several other issues. And obviously he gave his take on Auburn at the end.
Yes, of course. Had to ask what he was thinking about that. So it was awesome to talk to him and catch up. And I know that you guys kind of go way back in the day.
Right.
So
It's good to see him. Good to
Yeah.
see him. He's doing well, running for governor. So obviously, who I'm supporting. I'm just throwing it out there. So, again, glad to have him on. We'll have that out tomorrow, so be looking for that. All right, it's going to wrap us up for TV here at the Lucky Flight Bottle Company. Again, we appreciate all of you each and every day for joining us. For Faith, I'm Brett saying we've enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next week.
yay.
All right, so we got some happy birthdays coming toward Lane there. And we appreciate everybody out there for tuning us in. Again, the fundraiser tonight starts at 5:30. It's $30 per ticket. Gets you the wine tasting, gets you food, gets you an opportunity to bid on all these items and the the silent auction, just all kind of stuff. The pimento cheese in the crackers that Amy brought out here for us. Faith, this looks so good. So
Yes.
see
looks
that for
amazing.
everybody. And then, of course, the frozen mimosas. Really, really nice. Very summery, and
Very
I don't
summery.
know if we can get any more summery than pimento cheese and crackers and frozen mimosas. That's
Yeah.
pretty good, isn't it?
I'm
So,
about to do some shopping.
yeah, and we're about to get out. So, again, we appreciate everybody so much for tuning us in each and every day. Again, share our channel with everybody out there. If you haven't done that, we would greatly appreciate that. And again, thanks to Annie here for allowing us to come in and be here at Lucky Flight. Already look forward to being back here again.
Yeah, no kidding.
This place is really, really cool. But come tonight if you can, 5:30, benefiting the Auburn ski team. And again, it's just $30, and you get to taste all this unbelievable wine, high-end wine that they'll have, plus the food that they'll have. So, all right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We appreciate it so much.
Have the best day ever.
And a big old